All right, so let's suppose that I want to determine a monthly product mix. Can I maximize profitability, and can I do this using Excel Solver? The answer to both is yes. A lot of times firms will need to determine the product quantity to make on a monthly basis. So this is what we call a product mix problem because we're trying to figure out how much of each product we need to produce to maximize profits. Typically, we can't use more resources than what we have, and there's limited demand for each product. So we're not going to produce more than what we need in the month because that would be wasted, like a drug that is perishable, for example. So let's suppose that we work at a company that makes 6 different medicines and we need labor and raw material. We only have a certain amount of hours of labor and a certain amount of raw materials. And each of these materials and drugs and prices are all variable. And given maybe we have like 6 different lines and we're trying to figure out how to maximize profit given all of this information. So typically to start off, we would create a worksheet that tracks all of this information, like profit and usage of our resources. We could do trial and error to try to solve it, but if we use the Excel solver, that will help us optimize, and basically it will do all of the trial and error for us very quickly and find the best solution possible. So to solve this, we have to calculate the resource usage and profit given any sort of product mix. We can use the Excel sum product function that multiplies things together, then adds them all up at the very end to do this for us. So for example, we would take each labor, multiply it by the medicine we're making, and then we add that to each of the labor and medicine that we're making for all of those things. We could write a very long formula to do this, but some product just makes life much easier. When we use Solver, we will maximize profit by changing the number of pounds produced for each medicine with constraints such as that we can't use more labor or raw material that's available. We cannot produce more of a drug than what people want. And obviously, we cannot produce a negative amount of a drug. In this situation, this is a linear problem because, by definition because of the sum product function. We're just multiplying and adding. Let's go to Excel and zoom in here. So suppose, now I'll change the numbers here, but suppose we have pounds made, and in columns D and I in the row 2, we just have different numbers. So I'll just change this to be 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1 across. And we've got products 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in row 3. We then have different labor that's required in D4 through D or through I4 here. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, and 1.5. Raw materials are 3.2, 2.6, 1.5, 0.8, 0.7, and 0.3. Our prices range from $12.50, $11.9, 7, 6, and 3 respectively. We have variable costs of 6.5, 5.7, 3.6, 2.8, 2.2, and 1.2 respectively. Our demand for the products are 960, 928, 1041, 977, 1084, and 1055. So to calculate our unit profit, this is equal to D6 minus D7, which is the unit price minus the variable cost. So our profit is the sum product of the pounds made from D9, or excuse me, the unit profit, D9 to I9, comma, D2 to I2. So what this is doing, just as a demonstration, this would be equal to D9 star D2 plus E2 star E9 plus F9 star F2, or excuse me, F2 plus G2 star G9 plus H9 star H2 plus I2 star I9. We say we get the same answer. So some product's a lot easier to do. And then we've got 4,500 labor available, 1,600 raw material available. So this is equal to B4 and B5 over here. So what's B4 and B5? So B4 is just the 4,500 and then raw material 1,600. And then our labor that we see are currently being used is some product from D2 to I2, D4 to I4. So it's the products made, pounds made, multiplied by all the respective labor. And then the raw materials used is some product from D2 to I2, D5 to I5. So now given all this information, we will go to data, solver, and if solver is not available to you, you can go to file, options, add-ins, go, and then make sure you check the solver add-in box. So I'm going to go to solver, and I'm going to set the objective to maximize the profit of D12, so D12 max, by changing D2 to I2, the pounds made, subject to the constraints D2 to I2 is less than or equal to D8 to I8, and then D14 to D15 is less than or equal to F14 to F15. So let's suppose I didn't have that here. Just to demonstrate, I would click the arrow, and then there's D2 to I2, and hit enter. And then with these, if I didn't have the constraints for one to change them, so let's say, for example, I want to add a constraint, that'd be D2 to I2. That has to be less than or equal to the demand. That's in I2 to, let's see, it's in those. And click OK. And that's in there twice. So I was just demonstrating, so I'll delete that. And then the other one is D14 to D15. So basically, the labor used has to be less than or equal to the amount available. We'll make the constrained variables non-negative, and because this is just a linear model, we'll do simplex LP. And now I'll click solve. And we see that we have maximized profit at 6,625.20.